Sounds good. Oh,
Yes, we are.
we're live and ready to thrive. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, I have an echo.
Okay, I have an echo.
Oh, dear. Welcome to Unlocking Your Book. Krissy Nelson here, Jeremiah over there somewhere. And we're excited to be here with y'all. All y'all. I'm still working on my Southern. Anyway, where are you joining from? Where are you watching from today? Let us know. We love, I don't know what he's doing over there, but it's, yes, live and in living color. Here we are. Where are you watching from today? Where in the world are you? Blesses our socks off. Yes, they are blessed off when we
totally don't have socks right now.
Where you're joining from. Jeremiah's socks are already blessed because he's just so happy to be here. So
I'm in flip-flops because I live in Texas. So I literally am. I'm wearing flip-flops today. And what today is, oh my gosh. Everybody, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Okay.
Thank you for that public service announcement.
Yes. So I'm mainly talking to the guys out there. So I actually have kind of an extra little blessing. I can never forget Valentine's Day, not because of some wound or trauma where I actually forgot and then, you know, she left me and I followed her. But what actually is, my son's birthday is today. So Josiah Yancy, big shout out to my loving son, my beloved son, and who I am. Well, please, Josiah Yancy, give him a shout out. He was born on the 13th. So it's impossible. I have like no excuse. So there's good, there's good parts to that. But anyway, look at all of these people. Oh my goodness. I just love it. Somebody's wearing boots. Who else is wearing boots? I wear boots sometimes. I have different types of boots. Krissy, do you have boots?
I own boots. Currently, I am wearing warm fuzzy socks because it's Florida and it's winter. So of course, warm fuzzy socks. Yeah.
Well, we are letting the cat out of the bag today. We do have a special, extra special announcement that we're going to be letting the cat out of the bag. Kind of excited about that.
I'm excited. Is that a cat on your mug? Oh, there's the cat. There it is. Wait for it.
Yeah, no, this is not a, no, on my mug. This is a llama.
That's your Christmas llama, of course.
Now everybody's like, oh, he's so not with the times, but it's actually one of my favorites. I don't know. It makes me really happy, but we are totally letting the cat out of the bag today. We are. So, man, I think it's, we're going to be talking about some pretty cool things. We're going to be rolling out some pretty cool things. We have been doing some cool things here over the last couple of months. We've been focusing on mentoring our wonderful, just incredible family, the mentoring family of Unlocking Your Book. It's been cool. It's been great. It's been awesome. This guy's getting a workout, so I don't know if you can tell. Yeah.
That's a lot of extras.
Lots of extras.
Jeremiah, yeah, Chuck, extra today.
Yeah, my kids are totally like, Dad, you're so extra. My gift is, or my ministry is called drive-through ministry. Like if we drive through, we're not real big on fast food, but if we drive through something, or especially Starbucks or like a security gate or something like that, it's my ministry. I'm gonna minister to that person, and my kids, like, they just like,
oh,
because I don't just give like words of knowledge and stuff. I'm like, I do this kind of stuff. I'm like
the joy. You bring the joy and the laughter.
Some might call it joy. Some might call it other things.
Your children definitely don't call it the joy, do they?
Well, I my whole family are all introverts. And so I'm extreme the other. Hey, Janine, good to see you. Hey, South Africa. Hey, Janine. Oh, there's my good friend, Howdy Rowdy. They're from Kalispell, Montana. I tell you what, I would love to live in Kalispell, Montana. But we could sit here and say happy birthday to Josiah and find out what everybody is wearing on their feet. And let us know. Just go ahead and comment below and let us know what are you wearing on your feet right now.
Because whatever's on your feet will soon be blessed off like the sock. No, that doesn't work. I'll leave the humor to you. Yeah. I'll leave it to you.
That was extreme. That was what we call pathetic prophetic. That's what that was. That was pathetic prophetic. So folks, just here we go. We're letting the cat out of the bag. We have totally been functioning as mentors with a group of 30 amazing mentors who have been assisting us and have been working with us and have been mentoring our already existing membership. And we've been focused on that mentoring. And we're right now in module 1. And we're getting close to being done with module 1. But what's really cool about the way that Unlocking Your Book is set up, it is totally on demand. That means that you can log in and access it anytime. So there's a live mentoring where you can join live lessons that happen every single day of the week, or excuse me, not of the week, of the business week, not calendar week. But then you also have a website where you can access all of that. And what we've got in this announcement, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be evolving into something that we really planned all along. This isn't just like something like, oh, let's, just like we decided yesterday. Well, we talked about it yesterday, but we actually have been preparing this. And actually this has been in the works for, I'm going to say, for a few years. And as it's gotten closer and things have gotten clearer, we actually have decided to start making some new things available for our existing members that are already in Unlocking Your Book, and then also make some things available to people that haven't made that decision to join us at Unlocking Your Book. And you can go to unlockingyourbook.com right now, and you can sign up and you can be a part of all of this. And so what's the process been like for you, Krissy? I mean, like, just the last few months. I mean, I guess we kicked this off, November 15th or something. So we're 90 days into this almost. I don't, we're almost 90 days. So, I don't know how your socks are doing, but anyway, like, how has this process been for you as one of the leaders and one of the mentors?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's been a blessing. I love seeing all the questions come in. I love interacting and seeing everybody's thoughts, where everybody's at, what everybody's writing, seeing people get unlocked and begin writing and just pouring out and not even worrying about editing and all of that. It's just it's been incredible. I think the community with the mentors and with the members, it really has felt like a family, hasn't it?
Absolutely. And I think that that's important. And I would love to hear on the live show, I'd love to hear from some of our existing members. If you would just comment and let everybody know, let us know, and let other members know, and let people that have are would be, could be, should be members, what you think. And keep it to one major takeaway. Like, what's one major thing? And, there might be more than that, but what's been one major takeaway for you as you have been a part of Unlocking Your Book? Mm-hmm. I know for me, it's extremely fulfilling for me as an individual, because one of my most favorite things to do is to help people get clarity on their life, not just, with books or writing or marketing, but to get clarity with their life. I love to be able to sit down with people and hear their story and hear, like, what is their vision? What is God calling them to? And, to be kind of that peripheral vision, because sometimes you need that. And writers and authors, you're creative, but you're also a visionary. And so visionaries are, and I'm a visionary too, but visionaries, they see like the mountaintop, right? They say like, oh, this is where I'm going. And then this is where I'm going. So they see the mountaintop. And it's because they're creative. It's because they're innovative. It's because they're visionary. They're a dreamer, and that's awesome wiring. We need those people. We need those people that are like that to be writing those kinds of books, and they need help in between the mountaintop, because the mountaintops, you just look, go look at the mountains. There's a whole lot more in between the mountain than there is at the top of the mountain. And so that's something that I have really, really enjoyed, and that, we're committing our life, our time, our energy, our resources to do this. It's not like, we're just eating, breathing, living, just unlocking your book. Cause I got a family, I got other things I'm doing, but this is just amazing to be able to do this. And it's extremely, extremely, rewarding. So here's just a few people, a couple of people you can see down here. Thank you so much, Martha. Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you, Sue. I really appreciate all of these amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. Sue says the quality of the mentors, they're all amazing. Each one has incredible connecting, and each has been incredible connecting us with the Father, giving us practical help. Awesome. And like this kind of stuff, like it really just takes my breath away. I mean, literally, when I read this is very, very rewarding, because not just like, oh yeah, where people are writing books and all that kind of stuff, but actually because I know that as people are writing, I know that as people are sitting with the Lamb, they're having a personal revival. They're having a personal awakening. And for me, I'm like, Lord, thank you for pouring out revival in our churches. Thank you for pouring out revival on the street. But we need revival in our homes. We need a move of God. And so I know that as these moms and these dads and these husbands and these wives and these kids and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and people in the home and family, as they're digging deep and they're pursuing Jesus like this, stuff's happening, right? Like God's really working in their life, bringing revival into them. So
yeah. Did you ever imagine it would be like this, Jeremiah, when you imagined any of this? Did you imagine it being like this?
No. In fact, I'll be honest with you. If it was up to me, I would have taken my life in a much different direction. But isn't that how life kind of works, right? When I first got saved, I was on the streets and a drug addict. I mean, I lived on the streets. I was a drug addict. I was a drug dealer, blah, 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 all this, that, and the other. But when I got saved, I mean, I was like, where you been all my life? Yeah. Where you been all my life? And I had some crazy, crazy testimonies. And I was just like everybody else. When you get saved, the sky's bluer, the grass is greener, and you're so thankful and you're so transformed. You're like, whoa, I got to tell everybody, I just found the cure to life. And so all I wanted to do is I wanted to just travel the world, preach the gospel, and plant churches. And I have preached the gospel, and I have been a part of churches and church planting and pastoring, and still involved in that stuff too. But I always told my wife, I'm like, I'll never go to Bible college. I don't need a Bible college. I got Jesus, and I'll never work indoors. I'll only work outside. And I didn't even add. I couldn't. I mean, that's how bad I was. My wife had to. Excuse me. I could add. Multiply. I didn't know my multiplication tables. I had a less than 10th grade education. So my wife, she helped me with all that. And I was like, I'll never have a desk job. I'll never work on a computer. All that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And here I am. And I'm so thankful that the Lord didn't give me all the things I prayed for and all the things that I wanted. And he actually put me exactly where he wanted me to be, because Father knows best. Father knows best. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? And it's specific to the places you said you'd never be and you would never do. Isn't that something? And I relate to that too. And I think many can relate to that. Be careful what you say you'll never do.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're saying it to the Lord. I'll
Yes.
do all this, but I won't do this. You might
Yep.
find yourself in that little thing you said you'd never do.
Yeah, all those things I did. I did go to Bible college. I did get desk jobs. I did work behind computers, all those kinds of stuff.
Wow.
But God is faithful. And, this is Christ-centered and writer-centered. That's what this is about. This is not, it's not business-centered. It's not publisher-centered. It's not ministry-centered. It's like John the Baptist who's saying, behold the Lamb. Everything I'm doing as John the Baptist, I'm saying what Unlocking Your Book is all about.
Yeah.
Is hey, behold the Lamb. That's what this is about. We're building up people so they can behold the Lamb. You're not our sheep. You're not our people. You don't belong to us. You belong to him. Yeah. And that's what this is all about, is to behold the Lamb and follow the Lamb and obey the Lamb and do the work of the Lamb. And so it's really awesome. It's wonderful to be a part of all this. And I get to work with awesome people like Dr. Krissy Nelson and Dr. Brian Simmons. And I don't feel intimidated that I work around a bunch of doctors.
Now, I want to interject to this doctor thing, because you say it a lot and I receive it, but I need to make sure everybody knows this is prophetic. We're calling forth what isn't yet as though it were, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Krissy Nelson. All right.
Because that is a goal. I am working toward that, but it isn't there yet. But I receive.
Yeah. So you guys, please just from now on, hashtag her as Dr. Krissy Nelson, and we will change the world one hashtag at a time. Yeah. It's so fantastic. And we are blessed to have the people that are in our mentoring right now. I don't think I've ever been a part of something where people were just had so awesome. I mean, have you seen Kung Fu Panda? Inner awesomeness, man. Some really, really amazing people.
Yeah.
They are so, they're so giving. I see people they're working harder inside the community than we do. They're reading everybody's stuff. Yeah. They're commenting, they're encouraging, they're praying. I mean, we get messages sometimes and we get emails sometimes. They're like, oh, hey, did you see this person was sick? We really need to be praying for this person. Or, hey, did you see this? And oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And it's really becoming a real community. There's real fellowship, which is awesome because we get to use technology to do all of those kinds of things. So I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yep. I do too. I love how it's become its own sort of living organism. And that's thanks in huge, massive part to everybody that's in there bringing life. Every one post at a time, you're bringing life to the community and you keep it revived and alive. And it's incredible. It's just incredible. It's overwhelming. I don't quite even have language for it all yet, because we're so much in go mode and wanting to crank out all the content and crank all this out for everybody from everything inside of us. And so it's hard to process. You got to take a step back and just go, wow. And then I'm undone when I do that. I'm just undone.
Yeah. So thank you, members. Thank you to all of our amazing members, whether you're watching now live or watching this later on the website or something else. We want to thank you because you are part of this process and part of this growth that is taking place. And want to thank you for the people that you have referred. We want to thank you for, sharing your testimonies and your stories with us. And we are far from done. And that's why, I mean, even, when module 1 and module 2 and module 3, we're not done. We're not done with this. We've got things to do. And that's why we are letting the cat out of the bag today. So go ahead, take a stab at this or file your nails, whatever you think, whatever you want. And this is actually the look that I get when my wife sends me to the store. She sends me to the grocery store for bread, and I'm gone for an hour and a half, and I come back with pizza and tacos and French fries. That's That's the look. So go ahead and let us know what you think that cat is that we're letting out of the bag. We are ready to rock and roll. We're going to do this. We're going to make this happen. We're going to, but I got to do this one more time. We absolutely have to have just a smidgen of, this guy's burning calories right now. So major drum roll, please. He did his job. He did his job. Okay. Everybody can see. That's what's awesome about a GIF is they can hear it, right? When
you don't need the sound effects.
Yeah, we don't need the sound effects. They can actually hear that in their head. See, if everybody will just be silent for a minute, they'll hear it. Krissy, don't do anything. Yeah. So, praise the Lord Jesus Christ. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about what this is. We're letting it out of the bag. Are you ready? It's called The Club. The Unlocking Your Book is still and has been primarily a mentorship where you are getting mentored to unlock your book, remove confusion, clarify your message, get a greater understanding, and actually get assets, real tangible marketing assets, so that you can promote your book. So for example, with the module number 1, with the mentoring, you have 30 plus mentors that are doing approximately 30-minute lesson. Each one of them is doing a 30-minute lesson. We've got some people like Dr. Brian Simmons, and we've got a few others that are doing more than one lesson. And that whole process is to help you get understanding and get unlocked internally inside so that there can be inspiration and revelation so that you understand what your assignment is to write. That to get you on the trajectory. That's what the mentoring is all about, is to get you into a momentum place of movement and actually starting to create a ramp for yourself so that you don't feel this overwhelm where you just plop down one day and you just start writing. And some people, it works for that, or it'll work like that. But for most people, they need a little bit of soaking, and they need some coaching, and they need some mentoring. And then with the mechanics, it's like, okay, here are the practicals that you can use and you can adopt and you can assimilate so that you know exactly what to do to write your book. Now you know what your assignment is. Now you understand your voice. Now you've clarified your message, the confusion and the chatter and all of that you have got that under control. And now you have the actual tools to start writing the book. And then you move right into the marketing, which I think people get just as scared of the marketing as they get with the writing process. And really, we're taking out so much of the guesswork where we've got ongoing activations and classes and courses and things of that nature, but we actually give you a full-on website for your book. So as you launch book ABC, you have a homepage and about page with a bio and a place for a blog and a sales page per se to actually market your book. And we give that to you, all part of unlocking your book. And then of course, the last module of the mentoring is just ongoing mentoring. So here's the club. What the club is this is for those that not only want to get mentored, but now you actually want to get published. So the Unlocking Your Book right now is we're going to mentor you. We're going to help you get the clarity. We're going to help you get unlocked. We're going to help you figure out what it is you're supposed to write, help you write it, and then help you promote it. So now, and this is coming in March. So we're not going to give a specific day or specific time just yet because we want to tease you like grandma's cookies on a Friday night that we are now going to take you, people that want it, and this is optional. You don't have to do this. You can still just get the mentoring. You can go to the website, you can sign up for a payment plan or just buy it outright and just get the mentoring. But now we're offering the club of Unlocking Your Book. It will launch in March, I should say. We won't be giving you a website to go sign up today, although I know you're so excited. Like I said, grandma's cookies. But now we will take you all the way to publishing. But I think we should talk a little bit about that. Maybe talk a little bit about what that process is. So, once you actually write the book, now you have to make the decision, or maybe make it even ahead of time. Am I going to go through a traditional publisher, which you have that option, or am I going to self-publish? So here's what the club will entail. The club entails a subscription-based coaching and publishing. That means you get all the mentoring that we've already done, all the mentoring that we're going to do, but from a like what it costs you to pay for your phone service, you actually can go all the way through the process where we will take you to get published. And this is an in-house publishing label. So you do have to go through the course. You do have to go through our process and go through our mentoring in order to get published. But this is like next level. Like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Jesus, giving us the opportunity to not just get mentored, but to actually get mentored and to get published. Man, do you just love that? Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Great Scott, Marty. And so we're super fired up. We're super excited about a subscription-based coaching. So the mentoring that you've already received, it's going to go to the next level. It's going to evolve. The marketing, when you sign up for the subscription-based coaching and publishing, is going to go to the next level. So you already give you an example. You'll already get the website and the mentoring. And then every couple of months, we'll be updating and upgrading. Again, I'm kind of picking on Apple here, but you can get a new phone every 6 months. Every couple of months, we'll be adding new things to that website. Like, okay, now we're going to throw into the website, for those of you getting published, we're going to throw in an entire membership website where people can become a member. We're going to throw in a way for you to actually create your own course, and that'll be on your website. If you want to have a podcast, if you want to have a show, if you want to have e-commerce. So we're going to be adding more things to that. And then the publishing process, once you've written it, your book has to be edited. It has to be formatted. You have to have a design. You have to have a cover design. You have to go through all of that process. And then eventually you have to publish, you have to print, and you have to ship, and you have to distribute. And so for those that are, this would be ideal for people that are not going to go to a traditional publisher to get a book deal, right? If that is in your heart, and you were like, I'm going to go get a book deal with this publisher, man, go do it. And we encourage you, and we will help you along the way. But for those of you that you're thinking, I'm going to either self-publish, or I would like to go to a traditional publisher that would give me a book deal, but maybe you need to publish one or two, and maybe you need to build an audience, and maybe you need to get some clarity. This is ideal for you. Mm-hmm. If you're going to go self-publish, this is ideal for you, because it's going to have the same feel, but it's going to feel like traditional publishing. It's like traditional publishing and self-publishing are marrying here. There's a fusion. There's a connection between the two. And so that's what's really fun about this, is that we're going to take you through the entire process. Just when you join the Unlocking Your Book Club, we'll be releasing that in March. It will be a monthly membership subscription fee. And as long as you're a member, we'll take you through that process. You can still get the mentoring, but now we're opening it up. We'll be opening it up in March, where we will actually publish you in-house. Come on. How cool is that?
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
So we need a celebration GIF, like with I don't have one. So yeah, absolutely. Well, we'd love to hear from you of what you think. So this is what it looks like. This is, you're getting mentoring, you're getting subscription-based coaching, and now you'll have the option to get published. What all in one, all inclusive. You get all the marketing, you get the formatting, you get the editing, you get all of that by simply signing up for a monthly subscription. Mm-hmm. And this is, of course, it's just optional. So what do you guys think about that?
Okay, so we got a couple of questions here. Peg, well, oh, there we go. Peg is like, woo, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Peg, so much. And we have a live Q&A today.
Yeah.
So we have a live Q&A here in about 29 minutes. So super, super, super excited about that. Please go ahead and post your questions below. It looks like everybody's just kind of celebrating. Thank you so much. What's that?
I said, yeah, everybody's so excited.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about, I mean, I know in the course we talk a little bit about the difference between traditional publishing and self-publishing, but why and how this is unique, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's really difficult, and it's not impossible, right? Because you're created for the impossible. But the landscape of publishing is really changing, and what has changed our life in general is the internet and social media. And so to get a traditional publishing deal, what that means is a publisher accepts your manuscript, reads it, and makes an offer to you. Right. And they give you some dinero up front, and they write a contract, and there's an agreement. But then you still have the responsibility with that contract. You have to finish the work, you have to finish the job, but then you also have to market the books and sell the books. So they're not going to run your social media for you. Obviously, they're not going to give you a website, most likely, unless you fall into like their top 10. Right? If you're one of their top 10, like whatever, and there are some amazing publishers that have tremendous integrity, love them, have worked with them, amazing authors. But it is very difficult, and it is very, very challenging. And so a lot of people will go the self-publishing route. And the reason that they go self-publishing like that is because of that, of how hard and how difficult and how challenging that it really is. And sometimes people will even do they'll do self-publishing with the idea and the vision that eventually they will go for traditional publishing and a book deal, which, if that's in your heart, by golly, do it and put in the work and get her done and make it happen with the Lord. But what we see and we feel is like there is a gap in the market, in the industry, between the traditional publishing, which are, again, amazing, and a gap between self-publishing. So self-publishing was birthed because of the need. It actually, people started self-publishing, and I mean, Amazon and Kindle and all of that, all of those things were actually birthed because there was a need, because there was way more writers, way more authors than there were book deals, and the process that it took for them to go through traditional publishing. So what this does is it actually opens the door for you to get a little bit of both. You actually, by doing it through unlocking your book, you're not self-publishing. You're not doing this alone. You're not doing it on your own. It's a real label published by a real publisher. Now, it's not a book deal. We're not going to write you a check or anything. And I actually just realized I failed to mention something.
What did you fail to mention?
That you keep the royalties. That's kind of a big one. So when we publish your book, you get to keep 100% of your royalties, as long as you're paying your subscription. And the subscription, like, it can't be fuzzy warm socks and, like chicken eggs and stuff like that. It has to be like, like real cash, or coffee. Coffee's fine too. But as long as you are a member, you have access to that. So we give the royalties and the ownership completely back to you. But really, back to the idea of closing that gap, because there is a need of people that don't want to self-publish, or maybe aren't exactly sure how to self-publish. And you could go take a class or a course and things of that nature. But you could actually join a membership, become a tier 2, level 2 member, and not only get mentoring and not only get the coaching, not only get the marketing and get all of the assets, but join, thousands of other authors that are doing exactly what you're doing. And we have a plan for how you're going to get endorsements. And we're actually like going to show you how to get what's called social proof, right? In social media, to get social proof, not just endorsements. And so we're going to help just close that gap for people that they're not going to go traditional, or maybe they want to go traditional later down the road, and they're not. They think they're going to go to do self-publishing, but maybe they're a little bit scared. They're not exactly sure. Maybe they're a little hesitant. So what we're offering is that you can go through that process with us, and we would publish your book. Now, I do want to put the little fine line, in here, underscore this just a little bit. Like, we're not going to just publish anything. So, like, we're not going to be doing like stuff like, although I do believe that there are aliens, we're not going to be doing stuff like, prophetic aliens that are missionaries to, Pluto, unless it's like sci-fi or something like that. I don't know. So we are going to be listing the exact type of books that are based on our values. We want values. Here's the kind of books that we're going to publish. We're going to publish books that are about pursuing Jesus. Mm-hmm. That are about the story where God absolutely reached down and changed your life. We're going to publish books that bring glory to the Lord, that are Christ-centered. So somebody says, how much coffee are we talking about? A lot of coffee. There are 6 people in my home, and 5 of them drink coffee. So if my little girl starts drinking coffee, we're in a whole lot of trouble. But so yeah, we have not completely, we've developed this, but we haven't put everything out there. That's not what this is designed to do. We're not going to answer all the questions today, but this is basically what it boils down to. We are going to provide a way for you to be on a monthly subscription. So, you don't have to pay, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 all at once, and then go through a process for a year, 2, 3 years, whatever that looks like. And this is also cool. Now words, right? You have a word like right now. For those of you, you've got a word, you've got something to write for this season. You don't have to wait 2 years to get that done. You could, if you had it written, we could publish the thing actually in a couple of months. So we're going to be offering this in March. And Krissy, I know you got some great questions, so please, ask away. So what is subscription-based coaching? It just means that you're paying a monthly subscription to be a member, and you automatically get everything we've done, doing, and going to do in mentoring. It's not going to go away. We're going to be launching an app. We're going to be increasing the website. We're going to have even more mentors. We're going to have more activations. There's going to be live events. And now it's plush. It is plush. Plus publishing. So boom, blow your mind. It means that we'll take you all the way through publishing. If you want to go traditional, you still can do that. If you want to go self-publish, you still can do that. We're not twisting anybody's arm, but we hope you do. We hope you come over here and we will publish your book if it's a good fit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm just thinking of how long that process might be for people. And maybe people are wondering, oh, is there a timeline? There we go. Thank you, Janine. Yeah, the duration, the time frame for that.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And that is, Janine and anybody else that is asking that question, that really is up to you on the timeline. Because for us, it's like, oh, I also failed to this because there's so much. When, let's say, I guess this will be in March, we're going to because right now all of the mentoring is daily, and so we're going to be packaging all of that up, and we're going to call it the weekend workshop. We're taking all the mentoring and we're putting it into one packet for those of you that are finding it hard to do the daily, and we're launching that as part of the club launch in March, where you'll actually be able to do the workshop in a weekend. So it's really going to be amazing. But to answer your question, Janine, it's really going to be up to you, because once you get through the mentoring and you know what you want to write, how long it takes you to write, then it's just a matter of time, where it's got to be submitted. It's got to be approved. I should do it like this. It's got to be submitted. It's got to be approved. It's got to be edited. And I will say this, you can actually get the messaging of the book approved before you do all of the writing. But then it's got to be edited, and then you got to have the cover design. It's got to be formatted, and then it can go to print, and then you start selling your book, and we give you the website. So I'll give you a timeline. If you had everything ready to go, I'm saying you've already written your book, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 words. You've already written it. You've done your own editing to an extent, or you've hired someone, or you've done it in-house, whatever that looks like. We are going to be doing editing as part of the package. Okay. But you'll have to do, some of your own editing, of course. So if it was all written and you had your cover design, what you wanted, and then you had it all edited and it was ready to go, I mean, your book could be out in a month or two and ready to rock and ready to roll. Just like that. And I should add this because my brain's going nuts, and it's not because of this. My brain goes nuts without that. Poor family. Before I forget, we are going to not limit the subscriptions. I mean, as many people that want to join the subscription-based coaching can join, but we are going to limit how many books we're going to publish in 2020. And that's just because we want to build well. We want to build really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now, so you mentioned the editorial side of things, and that'll be provided in the package. You mentioned the cover design and them having a cover design. Would the cover design option be in the packaging as well? Yep. I'm getting really detailed. You can tell me. We're not ready to divulge that yet, but
no, ask the hard stuff. Absolutely. Okay. Ask the hard stuff. So this is a full package. So right now you can just go get the mentorship, or the people that already have the mentorship. That is just yours. All 4 modules is just yours. The website is yours. Module 1 mentoring is yours. Mechanics is yours. Marketing, it's yours. The group, the community, it's all yours. When you sign up for the club, and it's the subscription-based coaching that you're paying on a monthly basis, that includes everything. That includes everything. That includes editing, a limited amount of editing. So I'm like, if you're just going to do like 50, 60,000 words, speech to text, and you're not going to go back and change anything, we're not going to edit that, right? You're going to have to do some kind of editing, either yourself, outside, or there'll be an extra fee or something like that. If you're just like, okay, here's, like you do your CPA, here's all my receipts in my shoebox, take it. But we're going to provide the cover, the design. We're going to provide the editing, the formatting, the printing, the distribution, everything. The only thing you have to do is unlock your book, write your book, and then follow the mentoring and the tools that we give you so you can market the book. And I should say this as well. For those that publish with us, we will actually be doing interviews with you on our show. We'll be putting you on our e-commerce website, and we will be using advertising dollars to market your book and to market your content. Mm-hmm. Mary asks, yes, Mary, the answer is absolutely yes. You can use your own choice of illustrator for a children's book. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that leads to a great question about genre. Will there be particular genre that would be published, at least to start out?
Yeah, kids' books, absolutely. We will absolutely, but we are not going to get too crazy. We'll do fiction. We'll do nonfiction, and we're going to be listing that out over the next couple of weeks of exactly what that looks like, exactly what we're going to accept. And I'll tell you right now, because we have a pretty good handle on most of the people that are already members, and we've even had some existing authors that have reached out to us. If you're writing poetry and you're writing devotions and you're writing about your story or children's books and things of that nature, prophetic books, evangelistic books, things of that, you're going to fall into that category. We're going to keep it, a little bit safe in the beginning. And what I mean by safe is because we really want to do this really, really well. So.
Mm-hmm. So what will be the type of process, maybe a little smidgen on that people can expect in terms of pitching their idea to, for the club, for their book, and then the response on what they would hear back and how that would look.
So, for example, they become a club member, meaning so there's the club mentoring and the club publish. So they sign up for the club publishing, and when they sign up for it, they want to know they want to be able to submit an application of what for their content for their book. Absolutely. So it's fully automated, and actually it's not fully automated. You'll have access. So if that was me and I signed up for club publishing and I'm on a monthly subscription, I would actually go into my dashboard as a member and I would upload my content. I would upload it and I would submit it, and it would go through the process. And then there will be a primary editor that will look at it, and it will start with, there will be like a one sheet kind of an application that will serve like the cover sheet or the cover letter before the manuscript of what's the core message, what's the takeaway, what's this about, what's the title, these things. Like this is like, you do have to be a responsible writer, a responsible author. Like if you're just going to email it to us or send it to us in a Facebook message, you have to go through the parameters. Like, I'm going to write with the Lord. You'll simply log in, and you don't actually have to submit your full manuscript. You could just do the one sheet, the one application, the cover letter per se, that's going to tell us and tell you if it's a right fit. But when you go to actually sign up, or those of you that are already members upgrade, you'll actually see, okay, this is a good fit for me because I fit in this category. So you'll know in advance before you sign up of what kind of writers and what kind of authors we're going to be publishing in 2020. Mm-hmm. Was that clear? That makes sense?
Made sense to me, and I would try to listen and hear for any gaps and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Awesome, Michael.
Okay, I love this guy. Okay, Michael Michael's not like a big Facebook guy. He's like an Instagram guy, and he's a young guy. And I'll tell you, you guys need to go find Michael on Instagram. There is something that this young man really, really carries that is reaching generation, and he's bridging people just really because the word that's in him is really, really pure. And this is what we have a Q&A we got to go to in 10 minutes, but this is what gets me really excited.
Yeah.
This is the people that would maybe not right now get the book deal. And I don't mean this disrespectful to the writer, the author, or to the book publishers, because it's so huge. The book publishers have so much, and they're getting hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of emails and manuscripts, and they get stuff submitted to them all the time. And it's very, very difficult for those. And so what is exciting to me is these people like Michael, whose last name I can't say, Wetrich. This guy, he's a man of God, and he has the word of the Lord in him, and he should have published work.
Yeah.
He should have published work. Now, he certainly can. There is nothing wrong doing self-publishing, but you have the opportunity to be part of a club, be part of a family, be part of a membership, and get your book published by a real publisher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're not having to go through an agent. You are able to send it directly to us. And that's the climate, isn't it, of most of in the publishing world, because they get so many queries and requests. You've got to have your agent, and your agent helps you package it all and such. So we're kind of acting as your agent, set you up for success to then receive from you and help continue to set you up for success. Yep. I had another question. I was thinking, we can answer Denise's question. You want to answer that?
How many books are you willing to publish in 2020? So I really love Denise, but I got to do this. So actually, you got to wait. I'm sorry, Denise. We got to we can't quite let that cat out of the bag just yet. But I will tell you that for as many members that we have right now, Denise is probably like, I don't have any idea how many members we have, because not everybody that's actually in the community is everybody that's in the community is a member, but we actually have some people that our members that aren't in the community because they don't use Facebook group or whatever. But I will tell you this, for as many people that we have that are already members, we'll be publishing at least that for 2020. So I wouldn't be too worried, Denise. Now I'll say this, and we really are going to have to start kind of winding it down because we got a Q&A with all of our family here in the next week or so. We're going to be putting up a page that you can basically pre-sign up. You can pre-sign up for this, and you won't have to pay anything, but you will, kind of be putting your name on the line saying, yes, I want this. And we'll be giving you enough information on the website so that you can sign up for that subscription. Now, some of you are in the mentoring and you're already on a payment plan. So here's how that works. I know this question will come up. How that will work is you'll go ahead and sign up, but then you'll finish out your existing payment plan. So when we launched it, it was $497 to get the Unlocking Your Book mentoring. And some of you guys are on a payment plan because we did 1 payment, 2, 3, and 4. So if you're in one of those payment plans, then you'll actually just go ahead and finish your payment plan. If you want to just pay it off, like if you've got another $125, you can pay it off and just start the subscription. But here in the next week or two, probably in less than 2 weeks, we'll be giving out a page that will tell you more about this. And then you can just basically fill out an application to become a member and to join the club. So
hooray. That's awesome.
Hooray.
Do you want me to ask one more question, or do you?
Yeah, you had a question. Yes, please.
Well, I was just thinking of, you mentioned distribution. I mean, I know what a big deal that is, that this will be handling the distribution. I'm wondering if there's some that may not fully understand what you mean by that. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to throw up the old cat.
Oh, okay.
And that's not the only reason I have that. But so there will be you will have the option, just like if you were doing traditional publishing or if you were doing self-publishing, you can buy as many books as you want. So if you want to buy 10 books, you want to buy 100 books, you want to buy 1,000 books, you can do that. So like Krissy and every author I've ever worked with, they buy some books from the publisher, or if they're self-publishing, they buy some, they take them on the road or on events, or if they're speaking, or they give them away or sell them on your website. So some of you guys will be doing that, but so Krissy has that. And most published authors have that. So you can buy books and then you sell them, and then, you keep that 100% of that. But then also there's people like, you just don't even want to mess with it. There's a distribution. Where someone goes to the website, goes to Amazon, it automatically gets distributed, automatically gets printed, shipped, and distributed. And you don't even have to touch it. You don't even have to mess with it. So somebody like Brian Simmons or all of these other mentors or Krissy, then they're doing all of those things. They're buying some of their books. They're buying them from the publisher, and then they have some of them that they give away, that they sell on their own, that they take with them. But then they also rely on the system where somebody goes to a website, goes to Amazon, goes to their own personal online presence, buys that book, and it automatically, gets printed and distributed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's a big deal to have support in that area. So
absolutely.
I think I have wrapped up my questions. Is there anything else you want to let out of the bag? I don't want to see the cat thrown up to my question.
Well, dude, I would love to know what people are thinking. Like I would really like to know, what do you think about this? Not just getting mentoring, but get published. What do you think about the club? And I know I've just let a little bit of the cat out of the bag, but we would really like to know, what do you think about the club? What do you think about getting mentored, getting published? What do you think about subscription-based coaching and publishing? And I'm going to tell you, we're making this really, really affordable. Like really, really affordable. I will say that. So I would love to know what you guys think, because I know what I feel. I feel like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. I know Krissy is excited, and I'll say this, and then I'll turn it over to Krissy, and Krissy can and close it out. We have a wealth of wisdom that is working with us on this. Like, we have published authors, we have amazing mentors, we have people that are behind the scenes that really know this industry, and people that are working with us and that we're going to be that will be streamlining all of this. And so we're really set up for success, and we're super, super excited about being able to help people like Michael and like you, that, you know, you're not going to go the traditional route and you're not sure if you wanted to go self-publishing. Well, this is a great option for you to join a club, be part of a mentoring, be part of a publishing, really grassroots, you know, as we get going. So
it's like a co-op. I don't know why, but somehow it's like a co-op.
Absolutely. That's a great analogy. It's a co-op. It's very collaborative. It's almost like you're paying a monthly fee, a subscription, to be a member of a publishing company who teaches you and trains you and coaches you and educates you, gives you everything that you really need to unlock, write, and publish and keep publishing, marketing, and selling your book. So mind blown. That's what I need. I need a mind blown GIF. So
there you go.
All right. So for those of you that are already members, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. And we got to scoot, but this has been amazing. It's really been fun to be with you. We love doing these shows. It's great. But we have to scoot because we have a live Q&A. So all of you that are members, you get into the group. Let's do this. You actually get to come onto the show, just like Krissy and I are seeing each other side by side together. We can have up to 6 people inside with us. So get in line. Here we go. 1, 2. It's totally the Brady Bunch. Hey, we love you. Bless you. May God's face shine upon you. See you soon.